All right, guys, first and foremost, thank everybody for sending in your hot takes. Thank everybody for voting in our polls. And now, me and Drew are going to give you guys our responses to the hot takes that you guys sent in yesterday. The first one we got was from my guy, Rich Kelly. Shout out, Rich. Thank you for your video. He said the Houston Rockets will not make it out of the first round of the NBA playoffs. Andrew, do you agree with this? Aaron, I had to say, I do agree. The Rockets, though they have Russell Westbrook and James Harden, two recent MVPs, I don't know if it's going to work. I mean, we saw last year with the Thunder, we had talent. They had Paul George and Russell Westbrook. They weren't able to make it out of the first round. Sometimes more talent is not the answer. So I'm going to agree with that hot take. The Rockets don't make it out of the first round. Yeah, I'm also going to agree with you, Drew. I mean, the West is lower this year. I think the Lakers are better than them. I think the Clippers are better than them. I think the Denver Nuggets are better than them. And I think Portland's better than them. So I think if they match up with any of those guys in the first round, then they lose. I think the Jazz are also better than them if they match up with the Jazz. Russell Westbrook has not been out of the first round since KD left Oklahoma City. And I don't think the union with him and Harden is going to work out that well. So I'm going to agree with my guy Rich and say the Rockets don't make it out of the first round of the playoffs. Alrighty. Our second hot take came from my guy Travis Atson. His hot take was that the Brooklyn Nets are going to win the NBA championship next season when Kevin Durant comes back. Aaron, what do you think? I'm gonna agree, man. I know a lot of you guys are gonna, not agree, but I think Kevin Durant is the best player in the world. I think that him and Kyrie are gonna be able to figure it out. Yesterday there was a great piece by Jackie McMullen from ESPN that detailed the union of him, DeAndre Jordan, and Kyrie Irving back starting with the Olympics back in 2016. I think they're gonna have a great chemistry. I think they're all gonna be able to buy in. I think the East is actually pretty weak, considering. Kawhi's now out west. LeBron's not in the East anymore. So I think that team will be able to get out of the Eastern Conference. And then if they do match up with the LeBron-led Lakers, I like the Nets in that series. So I'm going to agree with my boy Trav. Honestly, I think this is where you're wrong, okay? I'm going to tell you why. The Brooklyn Nets aren't even the best team in the Eastern Conference. They're not better than Philly. The core of Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, just added Al Horford. That team is going to be Poland, a team to be reckoned with in the Eastern Conference for years to come. So, I mean, they can't win the finals if they haven't got the East. If they do make it out of the Eastern Conference and make it to the finals, Kawhi, Paul George, and the Clippers, they're already better than the Nets. The Lakers, obviously with LeBron, Anthony Davis, are better than the Nets. So I don't see the Nets being able to win a championship in this window. I think the Nets are going to need another piece. They're going to make that jump to be a title contending team. All right, well, I guess we're going to have to agree to disagree in this one. Our next hot take came from my guy, Lenjo Kilo. He said that this season, he had two hot takes. First one was that Trae Young is going to lead the NBA in scoring this season. Andrew, what's your take on this?
Lenjo, I'm going to agree with you. I think Trae Young will lead the league in scoring this season. We've already seen him erupt for 38, 39 points this year. That's electric. I mean, he's a mini Steph Curry out there on the court. He's pulling up from 30 feet with ease. I think that this guy has the talent to lead the league in scoring this year. Plus, the Hawks, they're not very good, so he's going to get a lot of shots. In order to lead the league in scoring, he needs shot attempts. And trust me, he's going to put up plenty of shot attempts to lead the league in scoring.
Yeah, Drew, I think you're crazy. There's a guy named James Harden out west that averaged 36 points a game last year. He's not going anywhere. Giannis Antetokounmpo was in Milwaukee. I think he's going to average 30 plus. Devin Booker averaged around 27 last year. I think all three of those guys will be above Trae Young in scoring this season. I do think Trae Young is a high volume guy, but there's no way he's leading the league in scoring in his second season in the NBA. So I'm going to disagree with you.
All right, Ace. I think you're wrong, but I guess we'll see. Mike Lenjo, second hot take. And this is pretty interesting, Ace. He said that the duo of Luka Doncic and Trae Young is the best duo to come out of the same draft class since LeBron and Carmelo Anthony. Ace, do you agree?
Whew. See, I'm actually going to agree with Lenjo on this one, man. I know it's early, and I know we've only seen one season out of Trae Young and Luka Doncic, but I already do love the talent that these two guys possess. I mean, Luka Doncic is what, a 6'7" point guard, can pass the ball, can shoot the ball, and step back is lethal. I think him and Porzingis are going to set up for a successful run in Dallas for years to come. Trae Young obviously has the keys down there in Atlanta. I like what they got going on, like you said. Could be the next Steph Curry. So I'm going to agree with Lenjo and say that these two are the most talented duo to come out of the same draft class since LeBron and Carmelo Anthony.
I don't know, Ace. I think we're going to have to pump the brakes on that one. I like Trae Young. I like Luka, but they're not really giving it to me on the defensive end of the floor. Also, I'm going to go with my guy, Devin Booker and D'Angelo Russell. These guys are two guys who I think are going to be the best duo coming out of that 2015 draft class. We're already seeing Devin Booker has put up 70 points in the NBA. I mean, this is a feat that hasn't been done since Kobe Bryant put up 80. I think he's going to have a bright future in this league. Next Kobe Bryant, in my opinion. Obviously, D'Angelo Russell, we've seen what he was able to do in Brooklyn. He's made an all-star appearance already. I think that obviously moves to the Golden State Warriors is going to be good for him, being able to learn from Steph Curry. I think when we look down the line, these are going to be guys whose teams are going to be in the playoffs. Obviously, Monty Williams, also the coach of Phoenix now. I think that's going to be instrumental for the development of Devin Booker. So I think when we look at this question 10 years from now, I think Devin Booker and D'Angelo Russell are going to be the best duo to come out of the draft class, not Luka and Trae Young.
That might be a more hot take than Luka and Trae Young, but all right, on to the next hot take. So we heard that the San Francisco 49ers are going to defeat the Indianapolis Colts in the Super Bowl this year. Yeah, I don't know where this one came from, but Drew, do you agree?
My boy, Derek, I'm going to have to disagree. I don't see any way that the Patriots don't make it to the Super Bowl again this season. I like the Colts, but I don't know if they're going to be able to get done in the playoffs. Again, the 49ers also, they're playing well right now, but I do not see them come out of the NFC. Obviously, we know what happened to the Rams and the Saints last year in that classic NFC title game. My pick for this year's Super Bowl is Saints, Patriots. That's what we were really supposed to get last year, and that's my pick to get Super Bowl this year. I don't know if Jimmy G and the Niners are going to be able to sustain this going forward, but I guess we'll have to see.
I'm going to keep it simple for you, Drew. This is absolutely not going to happen. Zero chance. The Niners are not coming out of the NFC, and the Colts are definitely not coming out of the AFC. There is no way this happens. Whoever said this needs to be arrested for arson because the take was so hot. I mean, first and foremost, the Ravens are going to win the AFC. I mean, I know you've seen what we did to Seattle 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? I really like what the Ravens are doing on offense, on defense with the addition of
Marcus Peters.
Marcus Peters, yep. I think our secondary is loaded now. So I like the Ravens to come out of the AFC. In the NFC, I think obviously Seattle's really good. The Saints are really good. I think the Packers are all going to be there in the postseason. Quarterback play is going to be huge. So if I had to pick a team to come out of the NFC, I'd probably have to go with the Green Bay Packers to win the NFC right now. So that's going to be my pick for the Super Bowl this year. I think we're going to see Packers, Ravens, and of course I'm going with the Ravens to win it all, man.
Alrighty. Another hot take comes from the Shoot the J podcast. He predicts that the Golden State Warriors will not make it to the playoffs this year. Ace, what do you think?
Yeah, this is absolutely delusional. The Warriors will be in the playoffs. I know they're off to a slow start, but these guys have championship pedigree. Obviously, still have the core of Steph Curry, Draymond Green still around. They add D'Angelo Russell. Obviously, they have a championship head coach in Steve Kerr. There's no way that these guys miss the playoffs. They're going to figure it out. I know they're off to a slow start, but, you know, champions, you know, they have a way of figuring stuff out and, you know, fighting through adversity. So I think the Warriors will absolutely be in the playoffs. He had the Timberwolves in the playoffs. I mean, what logic? The Timberwolves? No way. There's no way the Warriors will make the playoffs. They probably will be the bottom half, you know, 6, 7, 8 seed, but the Warriors will definitely find their way in the postseason.
Interesting, Ace. I'm actually going to have to agree with this take. The Warriors have looked atrocious so far this season. They can't defend. They can't score the ball. Outside of Steph Curry, any team that has Draymond Green as their second option is not going to do very well. I talked earlier about D'Angelo Russell. I think he's solid, but in the Western Conference, I don't know how many wins he's going to be able to get there. So I'm going to have to agree that the Golden State Warriors are going to miss the playoffs this year. We already named a bunch of teams in the West that are better. Denver, Utah, both LA teams, Portland. I like the Spurs over the Warriors. I like the Mavericks over the Warriors. So my prediction this year, the Warriors will be on the outside looking in this year's playoffs.
Draymond Green is an all-NBA player. You're saying, oh. Anyways, all right. Our last hot take came from my guy, Pat Pitts, from the Fourth and Goal podcast. This was a good one. He says that Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota were the biggest 1-2 bust in NFL draft history, and that next year, neither of them will be on NFL rosters because of the atrocity that they are currently performing on the football field. Andrew, do you agree?
Pat Pitts, you're my guy, but I must disagree here. I think that both Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota are both going to be on NFL rosters next year. Though Jameis Winston does have a tendency to turn the ball over and throw interceptions, he has a cannon of an arm. I think at worst he'll be a backup quarterback as well as Marcus Mariota. Obviously, they made a move for Ryan Tannehill, made him the starter. However, I don't think that this is a permanent move. I think by the end of the year, we will see Mariota back under center, starting for the Tennessee Titans. And I think that next year they'll both have jobs. As far as the biggest 1-2 bust, Hard to say. I think it's too early to tell. We'll have to wait and see what happens with the rest of their careers.
See, this is a little two-pronged argument here. I'm going to disagree that they won't be in the NFL. I think both of them will find themselves on rosters. Will they be starters in the NFL next season? I do not think so. I think both of these guys will end up being backups for the rest of their careers because of the stats that they have been putting up and the results that they've been producing this season. Are they the biggest 1-2 bust in NFL history? They could be. I mean, these guys were expected to come in and be the leaders of franchises for years and years to come, and both of them have grossly underachieved. Like my guy Pat Pitch said, could they have a combined one playoff appearance between the two of them since they came into the league? So I think this is a gross underachievement for the two of them, and I think they very well could be, by the time it's all said and done, the biggest 1-2 bust in NFL history.
All right, Ace. Well, again, we want to thank all you guys for your submissions. I want to thank you guys for supporting All Facts Media. All your hot takes were amazing. We'll catch you guys next time.
Also, stay tuned tonight. We're going to be World Series Game 7, so stay tuned for all the content that's come from that.